Guys, welcome to UFC 223 predictions. We got a pretty crazy card tonight after about a few weeks of injuries and the whole Conor McGregor incident. But they did not cancel the card. We finally got our main event, Khabib versus Iaquinta. And I think it's kind of funny how they could just call it like Khabib versus Al. They don't even say Nurmagomedov. They just say Khabib. Like I think that's like what they're just calling him at this point. But I'm gonna go ahead. Me and Gage are gonna do our predictions. We have Gage right here. Me. We got five. We're just doing the main card. Not really a good card tonight. We're not even buying it. We're just gonna fire stick it.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth buying. But you guys let us know your predictions down in the comments. We're probably gonna be a little bit different. But I'm gonna go ahead and go first. Um, be sure to stay tuned tonight when I do. I'll do my thoughts and review on it when it's over, and then we'll do WrestleMania predictions tomorrow. And then we got, of course, the whole press conference with upcoming fights. So some big fights coming up in UFC. So we'll do that in future too. But for now, this is just the 223 for the fight going on tonight. So I'll go ahead and start. We got the first fight. We got Joe Lozon versus Chris, and I'm not even gonna bother to say his last name because it's kind of crazy. I looked up at this Chris guy. He hasn't really fought anybody, and he's on a two-fight losing streak. Meanwhile, Joe Lozon's always been kind of on the radar, being like a ranked guy. Uh, really good on the ground, good submissions. Always been a solid UFC fighter. Been in the sport for a long time, so I'm gonna pick him for the experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose Joe Lozon for the win.
I think he's gonna win.
I think he'll get a submission. I'll say
Ooh.
a sub, and I'll say round three.
Dang.
So whatever that sub being, we'll have to see. I'm not gonna call anything yet. And then we have an upcoming star, Zabit, or something like that. I
Oh
don't even know
yeah.
how to say it.
Getting the hype train.
Yeah, he's an upcoming star. I think he's only lost one fight, and it was like a different company, like in like
Yeah,
2000
hold on.
and like 2013. And I think Zabit is gonna beat this Kyle guy. I don't really know who this Kyle guy is. He's another guy who hasn't fought anybody. I don't even know how to say his last name too. It's like Kyle Boboziak or something like that. But I got Zabit with the win. I think he's gonna get a knockout, and I think he's gonna do it early. KO round one.
Interesting fact: his last 8 fights have all been finished by either submission or by KO.
Yeah, so I think he'll get it done tonight. And then we have Ranito. I don't know how to say his last
Renato,
name.
I think.
Renato. I don't know how to say his last name. He's facing Calvin Guitar. Calvin Guitar is an upcoming star, and this guy's actually a ranked guy too. So this is a big challenge for Calvin. This is probably the hardest fight for me to pick tonight. I think. I feel like these guys are both. Calvin just got ranked. He got a big win over Shane Burgos. It was a back and forth fight, but he had that nice combo to get the knockout at UFC 220. So he fought back in January, not even that long ago. And he's an upcoming star. I like what he's doing right now. I want to see more of the Calvin Guitar. This is gonna be a hard fight. Renato just lost to Brian Ortega in July. He got submitted by him, but Brian Ortega's Brian Ortega.
Yeah.
But he's beaten Jeremy Stevens, so he's a good guy, and I think he's gonna get the win.
Ooh.
I think no, actually, I'm gonna pick Calvin. I'm gonna make Calvin in the upset. I feel like he hasn't fought in almost a year, and he has fought. He's more active. I feel like he's an upcoming. I'm picking Calvin because I want to see him succeed. But I could see why people pick Renato because he has beaten guys like Jeremy Stevens. He probably has a little bit more experience than Calvin. Calvin is just now getting in the ranks, so it might be a wake up call for Calvin if he loses. He's still got a bright future. I'm gonna pick Calvin in a close decision.
Split or you think unanimous?
I'll say unanimous decision.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to see Calvin win, but I would be surprised if Renato wins. All right, this is probably the most hype fight of the night because Khabib and Ferguson could not happen.
Joanna.
We got Rose Namajunas versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the rematch. I think Joanna got a little too emotional the first fight. I think this one she's more focused. I think she's gonna get her
Oh
revenge.
yeah.
I feel like she'll stop Rose. I'm gonna say she'll stop her in round three. It'll be a TKO. So I got Joanna getting her revenge. The title back have a third fight. Round three TKO. I think Joanna is going to get her belt back. She's more focused. She's not as emotional. And, it's kind of hard to put her away again. So I feel like Joanna, unless her chin's exposed, I feel like she's going to win. All right. Then we got the main event, the fight that just
Yeah.
happened. Props to Ally Quinter for stepping up. He's a pretty decent fighter. I mean, Nothing too big. He's ranked number 11. Khabib is obviously the number one guy or number two guy. Um, the Ferguson Khabib fight didn't happen again. That fight is cursed. Dana White said he's never making it again. So it's probably not. So I think Khabib and Conor is most likely going to happen after the whole Conor McGregor incident. We can get into that all another time. But Max Holloway, of course, didn't make weight. He was physically unfit to compete. I'd rather see that one than this one. But I feel like Khabib's pretty much going to dominate him. I feel like he's gonna make the fight go a little longer than it could. So
I think it'll be.
I think it'll be like round three, round two.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say round two. Khabib gets the TKO. He'll just smash him, ground and pound, TKO, round two. And those are my predictions. So I got Joe Lozon by submission round three, Zabit by KO round one, Calvin by an upset unanimous decision, and then I have Joanna round three TKO and Khabib TKO round two. So those are my predictions. Gabe's gonna go ahead and go.
Oh
now.
yeah, definitely. Thank you for speaking all that. So I have to actually do all this information on these fighters. This will be very quick to be. Joe Lozon versus Chris. I'm gonna go Joe Lozon. He has more experience. I think he has like, what about 25 more fights than Chris does. He has way more experience. So I got Joe Lozon winning by unanimous decision, easily. I don't think it'll be a very exciting fight, but I think he'll get the job done. There'll be get a few good hits. Probably go for a submission because he's lost I think two of his last fights by rear naked choke. So I got Joe Lozon maybe getting a submission, but I think he'll fail at the submission attempt and get
A decision.
yeah, decision. So I got Joe Lozon, man.
All right.
Decision. Zabit versus Kyle. I'm on the Zabit train. I'm sorry. Is it Zabit? Is it the one with the train, hype train that people are actually?
Yeah,
going for?
he's an upcoming star. He's only lost one fight, and it was like in a different company in like 2013.
Yeah.
His
So,
last, and like you said, his last like 8 fights have been like by
yeah,
finish.
Yeah, 4 by submission, 4 by knockout. I feel like he's gonna knock out Kyle in I want to say second round. So I got Zabit, man. I don't really know much about Calvin. I'm sorry, dude, but I just know that you just kind of just a name for Zabit.
Yeah, he's a no namer.
Yeah,
So maybe he'll surprise, but we'll see.
Second. But I'll be very surprised. Renato versus Calvin. I don't really know much about these guys, but
Okay,
yeah, we'll be there in a second.
we're almost done.
What was Renato again? Can you explain this again?
Renato is the guy who he lost to Brian Ortega by submission, but he beat
yeah.
Jeremy Stevens. So he's got
Yeah.
he's got a win on his resume.
Yeah,
a big win.
Yeah, thank you. I think Renato's gonna win. I feel like he's actually gonna come out. I don't think Calvin will get the upset. I think Renato will win by split decision. I think it'll be a very close fight. I think he'll bounce back because of the Brian Ortega. Because come on, it's Brian Ortega. It's gonna be the next champ, which we'll discuss about that later in the future UFC predictions. But I got Renato winning split decision.
Yeah, definitely took a risk on Calvin because I want to see what he can do. But
I agree though. Calvin's pretty good, but I haven't seen much of him. I think Renato has faced bigger.
yeah, bigger
star,
guys.
so.
Yeah.
Next we got Rose versus Joanna. If you don't know me, I'm a huge Joanna fan. I feel like she kind of underestimated Rose and kind of got caught, and I feel like her weight wasn't right. Wasn't like she weight cut
Something like that. Emotional, bro.
Yeah,
like
she got really emotional. I think
she's a
Joanna's
train
gonna
wreck.
come back. She's serious. I don't think it'll be TKO or submission. I feel like it'll be a long, gruesome night for Rose, and she's gonna pick her apart. I feel like it's gonna be decision unanimous by Joanna, 5 rounds. So I got Joanna by decision, dude. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I don't think she'll have the confidence to finish her. I don't feel like it. I feel like she's kind of scared of Rose.
So we'll see the trilogy.
Yeah, and then I got Khabib versus Al. Iaquinta?
Iaquinta. Whatever.
Well, I'm not big on Khabib. I'm not on this hype train that everyone's on. He's a very good wrestler, but we don't really think of his stand-up game very sloppy if you haven't seen the Barbosa fight. So I'm going to take the upset here. I got Iaquinta knock him out 3rd round.
Oh my god.
Catching him off guard. I think Khabib will impressively take him down the first 2 rounds and tire him out, but I think Iaquinta's going to hit him with that one hook and then knock him out, dude. It's going to be TKO, I think. Actually, not TKO, because he'll rock him and he'll fall to the ground and then he'll just hammer fist on him. So I got Al winning TKO 3rd round. And that's who I think. And don't worry, we won't be doing this much often. I'm going to be starting doing PowerPoints for y'all just to make it a little bit easier and a little bit better.
That's why you have the computer over there.
Computer right there.
Working notes.
Couldn't finish in time because of so many changes and on short notice. But the next UFC pay-per-views and predictions, we will start doing on PowerPoint and make into videos. So
So we agree on everything but two things. So, and I'm pretty sure I'm behind on Gage because me and Gage do like yearly predictions where we see who's right and gets the most picks for that year. Right now I'm behind by two, but just like all the pay per views we picked, big fights, and Gage is currently winning. So we picked two different. So if I get these two wrong, man. So we're back in business. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for WrestleMania. Tune in tonight for predictions
okay.
and future stuff, and we'll see you guys later.